Welcome to Brickosaurs Park. Dozens of children gathered at Marwell Zoo to see those creatures that once roamed our planet.
We've got some fantastic new creatures that have just arrived. An amazing plesiosaur, seaborne dinosaur down in our pond, a fantastic stegosaurus, and of course some old favourites as well, as you can see behind us here. Amber, our amazing T-Rex, the biggest mobile Lego model ever made, and while during her time has had a baby, little baby Atlas, who's just beside her and appearing for the first time tonight. It's fantastic. I mean, you just see it is the way eyes open and there's that long lingering wow as they come around a corner and see another one, or the first one as they come through the entrance. That's the big thing, you know, that, to see that sort of thrill and excitement in amongst our life animals.
The whole project was carried out by Bright Bricks, who have dedicated over 10,000 hours of work and millions of bricks to bring the animals of a lost era back to life.
It began a couple of years ago when we were already starting to build some Lego touring shows, and we thought that dinosaurs and Lego would go pretty well naturally together. The sort of biggest stumbling block at that stage was that this was always going to be the largest, biggest, most expensive kind of touring show we've ever built, because we felt if you're going to do dinosaurs, you've got to at least have one life-sized, really well-known dinosaur that's a large dinosaur. So we inevitably thought we were going to have a T-Rex, which then became the largest touring model we've ever built by quite some margin. So we're always looking for that sort of wow factor. So we've just installed a new model, a plesiosaur, down in the pond at the front, which we finished last night. And when we stood back and looked at it, it looks absolutely fantastic, because we've mounted it actually in the water, so it looks like it's a marine reptile. So it looks like it's coming out of the water, just been feeding in the pond here, and sort of suddenly turned up one day and is now a new addition to the family.
Although the main aim was to wow the children with the new creations, the underlying goal of the park is to encourage the next generation to care about animal conservation and look after wildlife.
Some people might think, what do dinosaurs have to do with that? Well, they speak to our natural history. The fact that we're putting the show on here means that people will actually come to the zoo. It's a great, brilliant visitor attraction, and obviously whilst visitors are here, they get to tour around the zoo and read all about the various animals that are here at the zoo, and the importance of preserving wildlife. So it's a great sort of win-win for both the visitors and for everybody involved.
If each generation goes by, if you don't pass on that love of nature, that feeling that we have to look after our bit of the planet, and as well as the planet as a whole, who's going to be looking after things? And I think we all quite happy to beat ourselves up about our failings in terms of global conservation, but we're learning. I think we learn from our mistakes. We try to do better. We always strive to do better. Marwell's doing its bit to protect the environment and connect people with nature. That's what we're about. So in our way here, if we can pass that on to guests as they come in and introduce them to some new and wonderful things they've never seen before, but maybe also just to recognise what's around them a little more clearly, just what's in their back gardens and the small things that you can do that will make a very, very big difference. That's what we're about, and that's a really good reason to get up in the morning.
The exhibition will now be on show until September, before these great creatures disappear once again. Dan Dove, that's TV.